Welcome to my next Big Bang Theory Season 10 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you found that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be The Big Bang Theory Season 10, Episode 21. The title of this episode is called The Separation, Agitation. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So Sheldon and Amy are presenting a live broadcast of Fun with Flags. We have Howard and Raj providing the music again. And this Fun with Flags episode is retrospective, which starts with interviews with Leonard and Penny. Leonard can't remember when it started, Fun with Flags, while Penny tells him to find someone more interested in the flag trivia. Opening up the phone lines, no one calls for a while until they hear from Bert, the geologist. Bert, I love Bert, he's a great character. He has a new girlfriend, and Sheldon hangs up on him, but he calls back to let them know that her name is Rebecca. Okay. Howard, Bernadette, Hallie, and Stuart are heading for an outing at the zoo, and Bernadette is checking on the website for Hallie's daycare center and is worried about leaving her with strangers even though it's near Howard's, it's near Caltech. At the cafeteria, Sheldon wants to tell physicist jokes since Howard isn't there because he's the engineer, though Leonard and Raj aren't really interested. Bert stops by, sits down, and Leonard brings up his new girlfriend. They get invited over for dinner, which the gang, which is fine with Sheldon after he learns that she isn't a geologist. At the sloth exhibit at the zoo, Bernadette learns that they take care of their young for a whole year, while she's returning to work only after 4 months. At 4A, the gang sets up dinner. That's Leonard and Penny's place as Bert arrives with pretty Rebecca. She's introduced, and Sheldon says that Rebecca is much more younger and more attractive than Bert, thus copying Leonard and Penny and Howard and Bernadette. That's hilarious. Stuart is making dinner in the kitchen at Bernadette and Howard's. He's making dinner there as Bernadette arrives, finally getting Hallie down to sleep. Howard suggests that if she's not ready to go back to work, they could work something out. Bernadette says that she'll be fine. Stuart adds that it'll be good for Hallie since they wouldn't want to turn out like Mama's boy Howard. And then back at Leonard and Penny's, they are talking to Rebecca as Sheldon returns from a timeout. Sheldon apologizes. Rebecca and Bert met on a geology dating site. He did much better after he added that he won a substantial cash grant from the MacArthur Foundation. Rebecca almost immediately contacted him. And then with Rebecca gone, Amy asks Bert if he's worried that she's only with him for his money. And Bert hopes so, since he just bought her a huge flat-screen TV on their first date. The whole Wallowitz household starts to cry as they get Hallie ready for her first day at daycare. Back at Caltech, where Sheldon tells more physics jokes, Bert joins them again. Raj apologizes for last night. Bert realized that he shouldn't use his money to find love. He might break up with Rebecca and hold out for a hot blonde who loves him for himself. Good luck with that, Bert. At the daycare center, Howard first shows Bernadette that Hallie is settling in fine. He watches Hallie until he jumps as Stuart sneaks up on him. Knowing that it would be weird to stand there all day, Howard and Stuart decide to take Hallie to the aquarium instead. As the gang has dinner, Sheldon is reading comments on their Fun with Flags retrospective. Bert joins them, said he misses Rebecca and doesn't know why he listened to them. Penny tells him that he is a good guy and deserves someone interested in him instead of his money. Leonard says that he can always call her, but she is not returning his messages. Back at home, Stuart and Howard arrive with Hallie, insist they've just come from the daycare, but the daycare personally called Bernadette when they took Hallie out. Bert got Rebecca back when he bought her a jet ski, and that's what ends this episode of The Big Bang Theory. So it was okay. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. My character of the episode is going to be Sheldon, as it usually is. And then, as many of you know, and if you didn't know, I actually rate Penny because Penny is the reason why I started watching the Big Bang Theory. The sole reason. Obviously, there are more reasons why I continued watching this show, but I'm going to give Penny an 8.2 out of 10 in this episode. There was one scene where she looked really good, and the other scene she looked like she just got out of bed. Obviously, you have to show different times of the day, but that reflects my score. So you've heard everything that I had to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of the Big Bang Theory and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing the like button, share this video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode review of the Big Bang Theory. What would you rate it, and whom, if you had to choose, would be your character of the episode? And if you want to do what I do and rate Penny, you can always do that in the comment section as well. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, you're watching the video anyway, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special, and you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.